Hello, everyone. Today, we will be transported to the atmosphere of British television of the 70s and talk about one of the most beloved sitcoms, Bless This House. This series tells about the life of an ordinary English family, where Sid Abbott, his wife Jean, and children Mike and Sally face funny situations and everyday difficulties. We will tell you about 21 actors who made this series cult. You will learn about their lives, careers, and how their destinies developed after the end of the show. Stay with us until the end. Amazing facts and stories that will amaze you are waiting for you. Sidney James as Sid Abbott. Sid Abbott was the main character of the series, a typical representative of the working class who tried to maintain order in his family, facing everyday difficulties and conflicts between generations. His character was marked by wit, an ironic attitude to life, and attempts to balance between conservative views and the more liberal behavior of his children. Sid was a typical British father of that time who, despite all his harshness, was caring and devoted to his family. Sidney James embodied this image with skill and ease, thanks to which his character became a favorite of the audience. Sidney James, born May 8, 1913 in South Africa, was an iconic figure of British cinema and television. His career began in the 1940s, but he gained the greatest popularity thanks to his participation in the series of films Carry On, where he played many comedy roles. James had an outstanding sense of humor and was able to create vivid images of people with difficult characters but a kind heart. In addition to comedies, he also played in dramatic films and theater productions, which confirmed his versatility as an actor. Sidney James tragically died on April 26, 1976, at the age of 62 from a heart attack right on stage during a theater performance. His death was a shock to fans and colleagues as he was in the prime of his career. James left a huge legacy in the world of comedy, and his contribution to British television and cinema remains significant to this day. Diana Copeland as Jean Abbott. Jean Abbott, Sid's wife and the mother of their two children, was a typical British housewife of the time. She tried to maintain peace and harmony in the family while dealing with the various problems associated with growing children and an often grumpy husband. Jean was patient, kind, but also had a steely character, which made her not only a caring mother, but also a strong woman who was able to keep everything under control. Diana Copeland brought warmth and feminine wisdom to the role of Jean, which made her character relatable to many viewers. Diana Copeland, born the 5th of March 1928, was a British actress and singer whose career spanned over 5 decades. In addition to starring in the TV series Bless This House, she also appeared in such popular shows as Zorro and Doctor Who. Her talent and charisma helped her win the love of viewers not only in Britain but also abroad. Before her acting career, Copeland was involved in singing, which also helped her find a place in the entertainment industry. Diana Copeland died on October 10, 2006, at the age of 78 from heart failure after a long illness. Her death was a loss to the British stage and television, but her work in TV series, especially as Jean Abbott, lives on in the memories of viewers. Robin Stewart as Mike Abbott. Mike Abbott was the son of Sid and Jean, a typical representative of the young generation of the 70s, which the characters of the series often encountered. His character was a reflection of all the cultural and socio-political changes of that time. Mike was more liberal and independent than his conservative father, which often led to funny conflicts and misunderstandings between them. Mike's desire to find his way in life and his difficult relationship with his father became one of the main themes of the series, which made his character an important part of the story. Robin Stewart, born October 9, 1946, is a British actor who rose to fame thanks to his participation in the series Bless This House. His acting career began in childhood, and he took part in various television projects, including Doctor Who. After the end of work on the series, Stewart continued to act in television shows and worked on the stage. His friendly and charming acting style helped him win the love of viewers, and he made his mark on the British television industry. Robin Stewart died on the 22nd of November 2015, aged 69, from cancer. His passing was a great loss to the British entertainment industry, and his roles, particularly in Bless This House, continue to delight fans to this day. Patsy Rawlins as Betty Lewis. Betty Lewis, Jean's next-door neighbor and best friend, was one of the central comedy characters in the series. Her character was a cheerful, good-natured woman who constantly found herself in funny situations. Betty often discussed family issues with Jean and shared her advice, which added elements of friendly support and lightness to the series. Thanks to Patsy Rawlins, Betty became a favorite character of many viewers, personifying the image of a typical British housewife of that time. Patsy Rawlins, born January 19, 1931, was a popular British actress, known for her roles in comedy films and TV series. In addition to her work in Bless This House, she participated in a series of comedy films Carry On, where she played bright and memorable roles. Rawlins was recognized for her comedic talents and ability to embody funny and colorful characters. She was one of the most sought-after comedy actresses of her time and appeared in television and film for several decades. Patsy Rawlins died on the 22nd of January 2005, aged 74, from cancer. Her passing was a loss to the British comedy scene, but her work in film and television remains popular and beloved by audiences. Her roles, including Betty Lewis, will forever be part of British comedy history. Donald Morley as Police Sergeant. In the TV series Bless This House, his character, Police Sergeant, was a typical representative of the law who was faced with some of the comic situations that occurred around the Abbott family and their neighbors. Police Sergeant often found himself embroiled in funny episodes when he had to deal with minor infractions and misunderstandings. His strictness and adherence to the rules served as a contrast to the humorous moments that the family created, which made his character even more memorable. Donald Morley, born the 17th of June 1908, was a British actor who worked extensively in theater, film, and television. His career spanned several decades, and he was known for his minor but striking roles. In addition to his appearance on Bless This House, he starred in such well-known projects as Judge Dee and Poirot. Morley was a sought-after actor who brought a distinctive depth and reliability to his roles, making them important parts of the narrative. Donald Morley died on February 26, 1999, aged 90. His passing was a loss to the industry, but his roles live on in audiences' memories, particularly his turn in iconic British shows such as Bless This House. Robert Raglan as George Humphreys. George Humphreys was one of the Abbott family's neighbors, who often found himself caught up in their funny and awkward situations. His character was a typical British man of the time, reserved but warm-hearted, always ready to support his neighbors. George was a pleasant and easygoing man whose scenes added a lightness and a sense of neighborliness to the series. Robert Raglan brought a good-natured Britishness to the role, which made the character likable to viewers. Robert Raglan, born the 7th of April 1909, was a British actor known for his roles in film and television. He began his career in the 1950s and was active until the 1970s. Raglan appeared in projects such as Doctor Who and The Horror of Frankenstein, where he played minor but important characters. His career spanned several decades, and he was popular with directors for his ability to portray a variety of characters. Robert Raglan died on the 18th of July, 1985, aged 76, from natural causes. His death was a loss to British film and television, but his work lives on through the many films and television shows he starred in. Ivan Beavis as Charlie. Charlie was one of the main character's colleagues or acquaintances who occasionally appeared in their lives. His character, although minor, added realism and comedy to the series, dealing with everyday worries and problems. Charlie was a typical British worker of the time who faced various difficulties but always retained a sense of humor. Ivan Beavis embodied this image perfectly, bringing to it life's truth and sincerity. Ivan Beavis, born the 19th of April 1926, was a British actor who made a name for himself through his work on television. His career included participation in such well-known series as Doctor Who and Flesh for Frankenstein, where he often played stern and serious characters. He was an actor who was able to bring believability and emotional depth to his roles, which made him in demand for roles of workers and people from the lower classes. Ivan Beavis died on the 24th of December 1997, aged 71. His passing was a loss to British television, but his work on cult series such as Bless This House lives on and delights fans. Roger Avon as the Electricity Company Man. Roger Avon's character was a service representative who would come to fix any electrical problems in the Abbott family's home. His character provided comic relief to the show, as he dealt with the mishaps and difficulties that the characters in the show encountered. The Electricity Company Man would often find himself in the middle of funny situations involving electrical problems or other domestic mishaps, which added to the comedy of the show. Roger Avon, born the 23rd of November 1914, was a British actor who played a wide variety of roles in film and television. He is best known for his appearances in Doctor Who and the Dr. Quatermass films. Avon was a sought-after character actor and was easily recognized by audiences for his charismatic performances and talent for bringing his own unique spin to his roles. His work in film and television earned him the respect of his peers and audiences. Roger Avon died on the 21st of December 1998, aged 84. His death marked the end of a long and successful career, and he left behind a rich legacy of work that remains popular with fans of British television. Harry Littlewood as the Inspector. The Inspector, played by Harry Littlewood, was a strict law enforcement officer who appeared in the series to control and deal with various situations. His character was the embodiment of discipline and order, which contrasted with the restless nature of Sid Abbott. The inspector often found himself in comical and awkward situations, which added to the dynamics of the series and allowed the audience to laugh at his interactions with the main characters. Harry Littlewood, born the 23rd of May 1924, was a British actor whose career spanned many decades. He appeared in theater, film, and television, and was easily recognized for his characteristic roles as strict and disciplined characters. In addition to starring in the series Bless This House, Littlewood also starred in such popular shows as Heart and Doctor Who. His acting skills and ability to bring authority to his roles made him a sought-after actor in comedy and drama. Harry Littlewood died on the 23rd of December 2003, aged 79, from natural causes. His passing was a loss to British film and television, but his work lives on in audiences' memories, thanks to his memorable roles in popular shows. David Batley as Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones was one of the recurring characters in the series, appearing in scenes that dealt with the everyday problems of the Abbott family. His character often faced common difficulties, such as problems with utilities or domestic situations, which added an element of realism to the series. Mr. Jones was calm and reasonable. His interactions with the main characters were often accompanied by light humor and ironic remarks. David Batley played the role with comedic precision, adding a touch of funny moments to the series. David Batley, born the 5th of November 1935, was a British actor known for his comedic roles. He gained wide recognition for his participation in projects such as Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, in which he played the role of teacher Mr. Turkentine. Batley was recognized for his unusual and eccentric approach to roles, which made his work unforgettable. His style of acting, full of subtle humor and idiosyncratic eccentricity, brought him popularity in comedy films and shows. David Batley died on the 20th of January 2003, aged 67, of a heart attack. His death came as a shock to fans who knew him as a funny and flamboyant actor. His work in film and television, including his role in Bless This House, remains a classic of British comedy. Tony Shelby as Fingers. Fingers was one of the episodic characters who appeared in situations involving criminal events or minor infractions. His character was an unlucky adventurer or petty criminal who was constantly getting into various troubles. Fingers was a comic relief character, adding an element of eccentricity and satire to the series. Tony Shelby embodied this image perfectly, bringing wit and charisma to it, which made him memorable even in small episodes. Tony Shelby, born the 26th of February 1938, was a British actor known for his roles in various films and television series. His career spanned many genres, including drama and comedy. Shelby was also known for his work in such series as Do the Right Thing and Doctor Who, where his ability to transform into different characters attracted the attention of viewers. His flamboyant and eccentric characters made him a popular figure on British television. Tony Shelby died on the 5th of September 2021, aged 83. His passing was a loss to the British television and theater scene, but his work lives on in the hearts of fans thanks to his multifaceted talent. John Comer as the barman. The barman, played by John Comer, was a typical representative of the British working class. His character often found himself in scenes related to pubs and drinking, which made him an important part of the daily lives of the characters in the series. The barman was not only the one who served drinks, but also the one who observed the difficulties and successes of his customers, adding elements of folk wisdom and life experience to the series. John Comer brought a realism and simplicity to this image, which made his character understandable and relatable to viewers. John Comer, born the 1st of March 1924, was a British actor who made a name for himself through his roles in television series, especially Last of the Summer Wine. Comer was in demand for roles of working-class people due to his unique style and ability to convey the depth of human experience. He was a favorite with audiences for his believable and convincing performances in roles of ordinary British people. John Comer died on February 11, 1984, at the age of 59 from cancer. His early death was a tragedy for his family and fans. Despite this, his roles in comedy and drama television series continue to be popular. Glyn Edwards as the motorcycle cop. The motorcycle cop, played by Glyn Edwards, was the embodiment of order and law, intervening in the troubles of the characters' lives. His character appeared in comedic situations involving traffic violations or other minor infractions. The cop was strict but fair, which gave the series elements of satire on British law enforcement. Edwards brought a dose of humor and authority to the image, which made his character memorable. Glyn Edwards, born the 2nd of February 1931, was a British actor known for his roles in such series as Butcher's Row. His acting career spanned several decades, and he was popular with audiences for his ability to play believable and convincing characters. Edwards acted in a variety of genres, but gained the greatest recognition for his roles in comedies and crime dramas. Glyn Edwards died on the 23rd of May 2018, aged 87, from natural causes. His passing left a deep mark on the world of British television, and his work continues to inspire new actors and delight audiences. Richard Fraser as the curate. The curate, played by Richard Fraser, was the man who brought elements of morality and spirituality to the series. His character appeared in scenes involving church rituals or life issues that required advice or support. The curate was a kind and caring man who was always willing to help those in need. The role of the curate added moments of reflection on life and faith to the series, making the character an important element of the show. Richard Fraser, born the 12th of March 1928, was a British actor who worked in theatre and television. He was known for his roles in television series such as The Avengers and Judge Dee. Fraser was a talented actor whose work on stage and screen earned him recognition and respect from his colleagues. He was adept at playing both dramatic and comedic roles, making him a versatile performer. Richard Fraser died on the 18th of December 1990, aged 62, of a heart attack. His passing was unexpected and a great loss to the British television scene. However, his work remains important and beloved by fans of classic television. Michael Logan as Mr. Harper. Mr. Harper was one of the recurring characters in the series, appearing periodically in the lives of the Abbott family. His character was a typical middle-aged British gentleman who found himself caught up in the comic situations that arose around the main characters. Michael Logan added grace and calm to his character, which made his presence in the show especially interesting for viewers. Michael Logan, born the 19th of October 1920, was a famous British actor who was active in film and television. His career spanned several decades, and he was in demand as an actor in supporting roles due to his poised acting style. He appeared in such series as Doctor Who and the Royal Court, where he also played important characters. Logan was a respected actor in the British television industry. Michael Logan died on the 10th of November 2002 at the age of 82 from natural causes. His passing was a loss to British film and television, but his roles live on through his significant work. Bill Treacher as Arnold. Arnold was one of the colorful characters who appeared in episodes of the series. His character was a cheerful and funny man who added elements of lightness and humor to the series. Arnold often found himself involved in awkward and comical situations that made the audience laugh. Bill Treacher coped with this role very well, bringing his unique style of comedy to it. Bill Treacher, born the 4th of June 1930, was a British actor, best known for his role in the series EastEnders, where he played Arthur Fowler. His career began in the theater and then moved to television, where he became one of the most recognizable faces of British television. Treacher starred in various comedy and drama series, where his performance always attracted the attention of viewers due to his believable and emotional acting. Bill Treacher died on the 5th of November 2022, aged 92, from natural causes. His passing left a mark on the British entertainment industry, but his roles, particularly in sitcoms, continue to be popular with audiences. Terence Alexander as Dr. Ian McLaren. Dr. McLaren was the epitome of a professional and respected doctor who helped the Abbott family through difficult situations. His character was a wise and caring man who was always willing to provide medical care and support to his patients. Terence Alexander played the role brilliantly, bringing a sense of responsibility and empathy to the role, which made his character indispensable to the show. Terence Alexander, born the 11th of March 1923, was a British actor, best known for his role in the soap opera Bergerac, where he played Charlie Hunger. His career spanned over 6 decades, and he appeared in a variety of television projects, playing both comedy and drama. Alexander was a respected and acclaimed actor whose work left a significant mark on British television history. Terence Alexander died on the 28th of May 2009, aged 86, from Alzheimer's disease. His death was a loss to British film and television, but his roles continue to inspire a new generation of actors. Peter Copley as JG was a character who appeared in episodes of the series, adding elements of classic British reserve and intelligence to the show. Peter Copley played the character with grace and ease, bringing a sense of elegance and comedic absurdity to the role. JG would find himself caught up in various situations related to the daily lives of the main characters. Peter Copley, born the 20th of May 1915, was a British actor whose career spanned over 6 decades. He appeared in such acclaimed films as Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much and The Chronicles of Narnia, where his acting was highly praised by critics. Copley was an acclaimed stage and television actor who was able to bring depth and emotion to his roles. Peter Copley died on the 7th of October 2008 at the age of 93 from natural causes. His passing marked the end of a long and fruitful career, but his work lives on in the hearts of fans of classic British film and television. James Cobbins as Tom Williams. Tom Williams was a character who appeared in situations involving bureaucratic or administrative matters. His character was reserved and serious, which added comedic relief when he found himself in awkward situations. James Cobbins played the role with his usual precision and comedic flair, which made his character interesting to viewers. James Cobbins, born the 4th of December 1933, was a British actor, best known for his roles in Doctor Who and Guardians of the Galaxy. Cobbins starred in both comedy and drama projects, where his performance was always noted by critics for his high skill and sense of humor. His career spanned many genres, and he was very popular with colleagues and viewers. James Cobbins died on the 28th of June 1997 at the age of 63 from a heart attack. His death was a great loss to the British film industry, but his roles, particularly in comedies, continued to be beloved by audiences. Norman Chappell, as Porter Porter, was one of the staff members who appeared in the series in episodes dealing with housekeeping or other mundane tasks. His character was the epitome of a caring and conscientious man who was always willing to help. Norman Chappell played the role with humor and lightness, which added elements of domestic comedy to the series. Norman Chappell, born the 10th of December 1925, was a British actor who was active in theater, film, and television. He was known for his comedic roles in shows such as Doctor Who and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Chappell was a sought-after actor for supporting roles due to his distinctive acting style and wit. Norman Chappell died on the 21st of July 1983, aged 57. His early passing was a loss to the British comedy scene, but his work continues to inspire fans of classic television.